Hey everyone, Stephanie from Mrs. D's Corner. Today we're going to be talking all about adapted piece book sets, how to use them in the classroom, and how to prep them. And I'm going to be answering all of your questions. I get a lot of questions about how to prep them, what all the numbers mean on the pages, how to print them, how do you put them in, how do you know what order. So I'm going to be showing you exactly how I prep one of these adapted piece book sets. And y'all voted on prepping the Rainbow Fish, so this is the book that we are going to be prepping today. You can find this in August Adapted Piece Book Set Bundle, or you can purchase it individually on my website, mrsdscorner.com. So let's get started. When you first open up the PDF for the Rainbow Fish Adapted Piece Book Set, this is going to be the first page that you see. This here at the top is always a clickable blog post that takes you to my website, mrsdscorner.com, and it explains to you how to put together an adapted piece book set. The link at the bottom will take you to this book on Amazon, so if you don't already have it, you can purchase it there. I find a lot of my books at the Goodwill or at yard sales, so I actually found this book at the Goodwill. So you don't have to purchase it on Amazon if you already have it. You can use that book as well. The second page that you're going to see is a Did You Know page. Now when you print these boxes, they are going to be 2 inches in size. It's going to look just like this, but I don't ever print them 2 inches in size for this book. You see how big these pieces are compared to the book? They're rather large. I've done that because I want your students with visual impairments to be able to see the images and give you that option if you have students with visual impairments to be able to participate in the lesson and you to not have to worry about it. But I'm going to share with you how I print them smaller. So this is the size that you get, the 2 inches, and it also gives you a guideline. If you're using Adobe, it tells you to print to a custom scale, and I give you the size that I've printed it out on. So I've actually printed this one smaller, and I'll tell you how I did that as well. But again, this is what you're going to see. You're going to have the questions here. You're going to have the pictures that answers that question throughout the story, and then you're going to have a number next to the book. This number is the first page that there is text on. That's where you're going to start. So in the Rainbow Fish, there are no page numbers. Now if there are page numbers in a book, I will put the page number that that picture goes on to. So in this case, the first box is going to go on this page, or this page, wherever you want to put it. And I'll put it together and we're gonna do an overhead view so you can see exactly how I do it. But that's how you're going to follow along with the numbers, okay? Now I have printed all of the answer pieces, all of the question boxes, and we're going to prep it together from start to finish, and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like in action. So I printed this half the size. How I got 2 on 1 page, I did not use the custom fit or the shrink to size. I actually used the put 2 on 1 page so I could fit 2 pages on one and only print 3 pages instead of 6, saving paper, making them smaller so that they all fit on the answer sheet. Now the very last paper in the PDF is always going to be your answer piece mat. I always print it on colored paper, put it in a pouch, a lamination pouch. This is a 5 milliliter pouch. I printed it on regular Astra Brights colored paper. I like to print one that matches the cover of the book. That way, I don't know, it just makes it look pretty. And then you're gonna add Velcro to those rows there. So let's get started. What supplies do you need to prep an adapted piece book set? Well, first you need the pages, which we've already gone over. You need the book. You're going to need a laminator, so you can use your school's laminator, you can use your at-home laminator. I use the Scotch thermal laminator that I got at Walmart for less than 20 bucks. It's also linked in my Amazon shop using the link above. So we're going to be using that. I have some 3 milliliter pouches that I'm going to be putting the answer pieces in. I have my favorite spring-loaded scissors. I have some non-stick titanium scissors that are for Velcro only. You can see I've written Velcro on there. I also have some strip Velcro. Now I have ordered all of my Velcro from feinersupply.com, F-E-I-N-E-R supply.com. And this is the 1/2 inch strip, the loop. You're gonna need some of that. I've pre-cut it, so I'm actually gonna place this on the floor. You're going to need some coin Velcro. These are the 1/2 inch coins. This is the loop. And then this is the hook side. You have to purchase it separately on Fiener's website. I have the 1/2 inch coin. So that is the size that I use. I always choose 1/2 inch. I was using the inch for a while, but it's cheaper to buy the 1/2 inch and it works just the same. So you can purchase whatever Velcro you want to use from wherever you want to use it, but that's where I buy it the cheapest. You're also going to need some scotch tape. This is the shipping packing tape. I actually get it in bulk at Sam's Club, but you can buy it from wherever you'd like. And if you're doing adapted piece book sets in bulk, meaning you're gonna laminate all of these pieces for a whole bunch of different books or the whole bundle at once, I grab some Ziploc baggies, I cut all of the question pieces out and everything, put them in a baggie and label the baggie so that when I'm ready to do the books, they are already there and cut out. Because I like to do everything in bulk, right? So I'll laminate everything at once, then I'll Velcro everything at once, I'll put everything in the books at once. So we're gonna go through the process of how to make an adapted piece book set now. So I have my book, but I don't need the book yet. The first thing we're going to do is laminate the pages. Again, I'm using the Scotch thermal laminating pouches, and I'm just going to laminate these 3 pieces really quick. While I'm waiting for the lamination to go through, I'm gonna throw some Velcro on the answer mat. Now our answer mat is ready for when all of our picture pieces are cut out with Velcro to add here. I put the soft Velcro, soft stays, hard travels. So I'll be using the hard or the hook coin loops on the backs of the answer pieces. So what I did while the rest of the lamination was coming out of the machine was I stuck the hard or the hook Velcro on the back of the answer pieces. I like to put it on the backs before I cut it out. It makes it so much easier. That way you don't have to put all the little pieces in a row to put the Velcro pieces on. So put your Velcro on before you cut out. The next step is cutting everything out. Now, I don't keep everything in order. I cut them out and separate the question pieces from the answer pieces. As I'm cutting them out, I will put the answer pieces onto the answer mat. I will cut them out though in order, so I don't keep the questions in order. I have a trick for that, but I am gonna cut the answer pieces out, the picture pieces, these right here, and I'm gonna put them in order on the mat. You don't have to do that, but for the sake of showing you the sample at the end, I'm going to do that for this. So now I'm gonna cut out all of the question boxes, all of the pictures, and put them on the mat. All right, so as I've cut them out, I have kept them all in order. I do this for the sake of the pictures, but if you wanted to keep the question boxes in order, you totally could do it that way as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut out the pictures and put them in order onto this answer mat. Now all of the answer pieces are on the answer mat. I'm going to need the book now, and we are going to transfer over to show you the overhead view. Now that I have all of my answer piece boxes cut out and all of my question piece boxes cut out, I like to put these in piles of the questions that are the same. So all of what in one pile, all of who in one pile, where. That makes it easier for the trick that I'm going to show you. Now it's time to put all of these question pieces into the book. I like to pull up my computer at the same time and look at the PDF to see what questions go on what page. So what you can't see right now is my computer sitting over here to the right of me, and I'm looking at it and using it to put the answer pieces into the book. So the first question going on into this book is, where is this story taking place and who are we talking about? Where and who? I like to cut a piece of tape off of the strip that allows me to fit all of the answer pieces on one so that they can stay in the same proximity. Again, this is the tape that I am using. You can put it anywhere in the book that you want. I try not to put it over the pictures so that students can use those to decode what is going on in the story without reading the text. So I'm gonna put that right here. Where? In the ocean, deep blue ocean. Who? Not an ordinary fish, the most beautiful fish. And now we're going to go to the next page. You did it! And it wasn't that hard, was it? It was super easy. So I want to give you some really quick tips and tricks to using adapted piece book sets in your classroom. You can use these at any time throughout the school day. You can use them during guided reading. You can use the math books during math, any of the science or social studies adapted piece book sets during that block of time. You can use them in any classroom setting, self-contained, resource, inclusion. They are great for any level of kid. The students are engaged during the lesson because they're answering using the answer pieces. And they love the books already, right? These are books that kids already love, books that we're already using in our classrooms. We're just making it more accessible to our students who maybe are nonverbal or just need a kind of little bit of help to help them answer the comprehension questions, which are great for our students who have IEP goals about answering comprehension questions. If you have students who maybe can't look at all these answer choices and pick out one answer for one box, I suggest getting some paint sticks. You can get them at Home Depot. You can order them online. I had a strip of Velcro, and then as we're reading the story, I will pull off one or two pieces, depending on what the field of choice is for that child and what they're successful with. And then I will show them this and say, okay, well, where does this story take place? And they'll answer and pick one and put it in the book. That easily helps your students answer these questions without being overwhelmed with all of these choices. Another tip for storing the adapted piece book sets is just store the mat right inside the book. I don't store these on the typical bookshelf in the classroom. They all go in bins labeled by months, so I typically do have 2 of every book that I have for an adapted piece book set. I have an adapted piece book set book for the set, and then I have a regular book, the normal book that you would buy from anywhere or find anywhere with no adapted pieces in it that stays on the bookshelf. So if I have a student who can read the book but doesn't need the answer choices, they can read that book along with us. It gives both options for all the students in my classroom. So let's take a look now at how to use this book and what it looks like as you're answering all of the questions.